Well, good evening and welcome to our series of commission and regular meetings here tonight. Tonight, if you're here, we have a Public Housing Authority meeting, a City Council special meeting, and then a City Council study session. So with that, I would like to start our Public Housing Authority meeting. And Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Chairman Hartke,
Here.
Vice Chair Stewart,
Here.
Commissioner Dearman,
Here.
Commissioner Harris,
Here.
Commissioner Lopez,
Here.
Commissioner Rowe,
Here.
Commissioner Ellis,
Here.
Commissioner Orlando.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, City Clerk. Next on our agenda is scheduled, unscheduled public appearances. I do have a card here from a Deborah Giacchini. Thanks. I gave it my best, Deborah. You're welcome to come up and state your name. I understand your address has some confidential issues, so if you'd to the microphone there, please. And you have the clock will be on, green, yellow, red. Please wrap up before when you get to red, please.
My name is Deborah Giannichini. I represent Chandler Unified School District. I'm a high school teacher assistant for special education. I work here and I live here. I'm also on Section 8 housing voucher waiting list and also section for public housing. The reason why I'm here is because it is becoming very challenging to continue to serve our special education kiddos at Chandler Unified School District with the skyrocketing one-bedroom apartments renting from $1,300 to $1,100. I'm also a single mom, and I represent many parents that couldn't make it here tonight because of daycaring challenges with the kiddos as well. And I want to address an issue because on February 1st, Myra from the public housing contacted me for an available unit on McQueen and Chandler with a $400 deposit. However, my current leasing manager wanted several thousands of dollars to break a lease, which is making it impossible to even consider public housing under these restrictions. So I'm asking the city council to maybe come up with some ideas for property management to allow us teachers to be able to live here. Of course, I can move to Florence, I can move to Mesa, downtown Phoenix, but this is the city I love. This is the city that I enjoy working with the kiddos, and the school district is where I have been for several years. So I'm asking for help because we're becoming, a lot of people are leaving, they're quitting Chandler Unified School District, they're going somewhere else. And the shortages of kids and need, we are needed. So we need some kind of help from all of us. Thank you.
And Deborah, this is unscheduled, so we can't respond directly to you with this, but I'd like to make sure that our appropriate staff gets with you and looks into the specifics and see if there's ways that we can address and help you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, next we have a consent agenda. There's 2 items on there. If there's no questions, a motion would be in order.
Mayor.
Commissioner Stewart.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the Monday, May 10th, 2021 Public Housing Authority Commission regular meeting.
There's a motion and a second by Commissioner Lopez. Council, any questions, comments? Seeing none, clerk, please poll the commission.
Vice Chair Stewart,
Yes.
Commissioner Dearman,
Yes.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rowe,
Yes.
Commissioner Ellis,
Yes.
Commissioner Orlando,
Yes.
Chairman Hartke.
Yes,
Motion carries unanimously.
thank you. Commissioners, that concludes our PHAC meeting tonight. Vanessa, thank you again for joining us. Council, next on our agenda tonight is a City Council special meeting. I'd like to call that to order. Do we need to do a roll call again? I suppose we should. No. City
Yeah.
Attorney says,
I'll defer
Oh.
I'll defer to
City Clerk says
I'll defer
yes.
to clerk.
Because it's a voting meeting.
Yep, thank you.
Mayor Hartke,
Here.
Vice Mayor Stewart,
Here.
Commissioner, or Councilmember Harris, Councilmember Lopez,
Here.
Councilmember Rowe,
Here.
Councilmember Ellis,
Here.
Councilmember Orlando.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Council, this has got one action item and it specifically terminates the Citizen Bond Exploratory Committee and subcommittees. This will be, a second on this will be voted on Thursday. This allows this process to be over a little quicker, that for those who would be desiring to serve and advocating for the bond committee, this frees them up a little earlier to do so. So that's the intention of this and calling this special meeting, so that there's a month delay after after we vote on Thursday for that, before this can actually come into being. So with that, is there a motion?
Mayor,
Councilmember Orlando.
thank you. So I move that we introduce ordinance 4972, amending the sunset date for the termination of Citizen Bond Exploratory Committee and subcommittees. Need a second?
second.
Second by Councilmember Ellis. Council comments or questions related? Seeing none, please vote.
And Mayor, I know you, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, thank you.
And I know you've said this before, and we just had numerous meetings on this. They did a great job in putting it together, and I know you've complimented in the past on that. So great work for the bond committee. We certainly appreciate it. Next time, can we use a different word like termination or something? It just seems nice. We dissolved the committee. How's that? Okay.
All right, I've got a lot of witty comments. that
Nope,
I'm
nope,
going
don't say.
to
I just wanna
kinda
use
let
it.
them go, so. All right, with that, that concludes that particular special meeting. Last on our agenda tonight is our city council study session. Clerk, again, take the roll.
Mayor Hartke.
Here.
Vice Mayor Stewart.
Here.
Councilmember Harris.
Here.
Councilmember Lopez.
Here.
Councilmember Rowe.
Here.
Councilmember Ellis.
Here.
Councilmember Orlando.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Clerk. Council, we've got some scheduled public appearances and proclamations, and for that, I would like to invite Councilmember Ellis to join me up front, please. City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. For our first service recognition this evening, I'd like to invite our Chief of Police, Sean Duggan, to come forward and make his presentation.
Well, good evening, Mayor, members of council. I'd like to ask Sergeant Chad Acolano to come forward in recognition of his 15 years of service with the city. So Chad began his career with the Chandler Police Department in 2006 after serving 4 years as a police officer in Baltimore County, Maryland. He quickly established himself as a focused and highly determined officer known for his leadership and investigative skills. After serving in patrol, Chad was assigned to the Professional Standards Unit and later served as a detective in the Family Crimes Unit. In 2014, his hard work paid off and he was promoted to sergeant, where he spent 2 years developing his patrol team while responding to calls for service throughout the city. In 2016, Chad was assigned, in 2014 he was promoted, and then in 2016 he was assigned to the traffic section, where he presently leads the nighttime DUI squad, helping to keep our roadways safe. And over the past decade, in addition to his primary job, Chad has been responsible for a number of secondary duties. He's an active member of the department's training team, specializing in defensive tactics. He serves the department as a Spanish translator and is a team leader in our rapid deployment unit. So Chad, thank you for your 15 years of service and your leadership in our department.
Mayor, members of City Council, for our remaining service recognitions, I'd like to ask our Public Works and Utilities Director, John Knutson, to come forward and make his presentations.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This evening, I have three. My first will be for Eric Kunze for his 20-year service recognition. I'd like to ask Eric to come down. Eric started his career in construction and development after receiving a degree in business administration from Northwestern University. He's also a licensed real estate broker. In 2001, Eric joined the City of Chandler as a real estate property management officer. In 2006, Eric was promoted to Real Estate Operations Coordinator. Currently, he is a real estate manager responsible for managing the real estate group within the Capital Projects Division. In his current position, Eric oversees the city's real estate activities, land acquisitions, property management, and dispositions. Eric also provides valuable historical information regarding real estate matters, city-owned properties, and advises other departments, citizens, and utility companies about projects and land issues. And if that's not enough, as one of just a few municipal governments in Arizona certified to manage our own federally funded roadway projects, Eric has gone through federal training and is authorized to certify property acquisitions to fulfill federal requirements. Congratulations on your 20 years of service, Eric, with the City of Chandler. Thank you. Next, I'd like to ask Christine Vrebeck to come down to receive her 20-year service recognition. Christine has been a part of Chandler's Solid Waste Division since 2001. As a solid waste representative, Christine proudly assists Chandler residents with any and all recycle and trash services. Christine strives in providing thorough service with 100% accuracy. Team members describe Christine as knowledgeable, organized, and dependable, and simply put, awesome. The team often consults with Christine for guidance as a result of her proficiency with our software programs and willingness to help. Christine's value to our organization does not go unnoticed. Supervisors and co-workers recognize her consistent professionalism, dedication, and expertise. Christine, we sincerely thank you for your 20 years of service to the citizens of Chandler and the department, and we look forward to many more years working with you. Thank you. My last service recognition tonight is for Sal Lavis for 15 years of service. If I could have Sal come forward. Sal began his career with the City of Chandler in May of 2006 as a groundskeeper with the Parks Division. Sal quickly promoted to a park spray technician and then again to Streets Department, where he worked as a street sweeper. In 2012, he again promoted to the Traffic Engineering Division's Signs and Markings crew. Sal took that opportunity to learn all he could regarding road markings, and in 2017 was promoted to a Traffic Operations Tech 2. Sal and his crew are responsible for maintaining the roadways, symbols, and markings throughout the City of Chandler, assuring safe passage for all those traveling on our city streets. Sal takes great pride with his job with the markings crew and is a tremendous asset to the City of Chandler. Thank you, Sal, for your 15 years of service. We hope to have many more. Thank you. Well, we're next.
Mayor, that concludes our service recognitions this evening.
Actually grabbed the wrong sheet. We're good. All right. So just as John Knutson sits down, we'd like to call John Knutson back up. I'll read this one and you can read the next one. We have a proclamation. Whereas public works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of Chandler. And whereas these infrastructure, facility, and services could not be provided without the dedicated effort of public works professionals who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our city's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste programs, public buildings and other structures and facilities essential to our citizens. And whereas the year 2021 marks the 61st annual National Public Works Week sponsored by the American Public Works Association, Canadian Public Works Association. Now, therefore, I, Kevin Hartke, Mayor of the City of Chandler, Arizona, do hereby proclaim May 16 through 22 as Public Works Week. Thank you. Would you like to share some words?
I would, thank you. On behalf of our 350 employees within the Public Works and Utilities Department and Buildings and Facilities, I'd like to thank Mayor and Council for your continued support for the utilities, transportation, and buildings and facilities construction that we do in the city. Chandler is one of only 4 state accredited, or I'm sorry, nationally accredited organizations in the state of Arizona. And we are absolutely blessed to have a mayor and council that support proper construction and maintenance of the infrastructure that we are entitled with, or entitled to our care. So I want to thank mayor and council, and we appreciate the recognition. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll trade you. And our last proclamation is Water Safety Month. So Chief Tom Dwiggins and Stacy Meandering from our Chandler Fire will come up. And if Councilmember Ellis can read our proclamation. I don't know. You need my glasses?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief.
I think I lost my glasses.
I hope I look good with this one. Thank you. And this proclamation is being proclaimed right now, whereas Chandler recognizes swimming and aquatic related activities are an integral part of our community and provide rewarding experiences that improve the physical, mental, and emotional health of all citizens. And whereas the aquatic center and programs within the city make Chandler, Arizona an attractive and desirable place to live, work, play, and visit, while contributing to its ongoing quality of life and overall vitality. And whereas the citizens of Chandler understand the essential role that water safety education plays in preventing drowning and recreational water related injuries. And whereas the aquatic and fire industries are partnering their ongoing efforts and commitment to educate the public on water safety issues and initiatives. And whereas water safety extends beyond pools and large bodies of water, citizens must also be mindful of household amenities such as toilets, tubs, and large buckets of water. And whereas the citizens of Chandler understand they must be vigilant and practice water safety rules with families and individuals of all ages, whether owners of private pools, users of public swimming facilities, or visitors to water parks and lakes. Now, therefore, I, Christine Ellis, on behalf of Kevin Harkeep, the mayor of the city of Chandler, Arizona, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2021 as Water Safety Month. In witness thereof, we have set our hands and caused the seal of the city of Chandler, Arizona, to be affixed this first day of May 2021. I'm going to give it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Ellis. And thank you, Mayor and Council. We appreciate it. We didn't get the opportunity to do this last year, so we're really excited to get back out in the community. And some people are wondering why we have Officer Noah Duca up here with us. Is we've actually expanded the program quite a bit, and we're offering some classes or the curriculum in some of their classes because they are out in the neighborhoods in a much different way than we are, and we want to utilize that. So we will be out doing our water walk this Saturday in the community, hanging flyers around the Ocotillo area, around Station 5. And that just really kicks off our month and the different things that we're going to be doing this month. So again, we appreciate it, and thank you very much. Let's take a picture.
That concludes our presentations. Three for 23 at Costco. So Council, there's just a couple items that have been called in tonight from Councilmember Orlando and myself. I just had first item number 4, just wanted to make a comment. This has to do with our, as you recall, our strategic framework. And I want to thank Council. This was a good retreat to get together and bring our uniqueness, which we add to the city and to this process, and to look at this. I want to thank our acting city manager, our CAPA department, and so many others that contributed to this too. And as you've noticed from our agendas, this will be prominent upon all of the documents and things coming forth, whether it's the change with the branding statement that will be on future ones or everything else. So I just want to thank you all for your perspectives, your insight, and everything that really has made this into an excellent document that will serve us well over the next 2 years. I like to say that this helps us keep our city manager and staff, their feet to the fire. These are our directions, but honestly, it also keeps us. These are the things that we've agreed to and the directions that we've said are important to this entire council. So it works both ways, but I do want to thank you for all the diligent work that everyone has put into this. And secondly was item number 5. And Council, again, this had to do, Councilmember Orlando and I brought this forth, but this had to do with the anticipated ARPA dollars and the remaining CARES dollars. And again, I want to thank you for the work that went into this, the excellent recommendations that came from all of our staff. As we know, this money is just allocates this, and Council, that each of these items, as they come forth, will have a chance to actually approve them. So we didn't really approve specific items, but we did certainly say this is the direction, and we will be voting on each of those types of things as they come forth. And I think this will again give us some great opportunities of what we can do with these one-time dollars in use of our our community and city. So that's what I wanted to say. Councilmember Orlando, did you?
You summarized it very well. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And council, these were the only ones that were called in tonight. So I want to thank you for, again, this is our 4th meeting today. And with that, I would like to conclude this meeting. Thank you.